Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I Am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did some more story stuff, and I think we also just unlocked becoming a warrior. Speaking of which, let me go and add my gear set over here. There we go. Now, before we go and continue with the story, an event has just started, which is Little Ladies Day, which allows me to get a little crown glamour item. So we're gonna go and do this quest. And then after that, we are gonna go and go over to Gridania to continue the MSQ. Hello, Maribel. Huh? Cool. Alright. Yes, you'll do just splendidly. You there. Yes, you, darling. What say you to becoming a first-place fashion icon? Nani? Ah, forgive me, where are my manners? My name is Maribel, darling, and I'm one of ffXIV's aesthetics finest accessory artisans, which is how I plan to introduce myself once I complete my apprenticeship. Now, the crown jewel of this year's Little Ladies' Day festivities is a walk-off, an event in which the visually savvy strut to the stage and vie for style supremacy. And while I'm no novice when it comes to competitions of this sort, I'm also not much of a winner, darling. To be perfectly honest, I've never once managed to come out on top. But now that you're here, I'm certain my fortunes are about to change. After all, an adventurer such as yourself possesses so much of what I lack: knowledge, daring, and not least of all experience. So what say you? Care to help this diamond in the rough earn her maiden victory? Sounds like fun. Splendid, darling. Oh, you won't regret this in the least. Now then, let's get down to the brass tacks. Brass tacks? Whatever, shall we? Participants compete in pairs of two, one designer and one model. There are no restrictions on who can join. Style icons of all shapes and sizes may enter. The only condition is that those who walk the stage don an ensemble inspired by the holiday. But as far as themes go, it's a touch broad. Makes it rather difficult to decide on a direction for the costume. Perhaps you can offer some inspiration, though. Tell me, darling, what's one word that comes to mind when you think of Little Ladies' Day? Princess. Interesting. I suppose that should come as no surprise, given that the origins of this holiday lie in the tale of a gorgeous princess, Edvia's disappearance from the palace. And while I appreciate your input, darling, I'm afraid that's a bit too on the nose. If I am to create a truly prize-worthy ensemble, I'll require more inspiration. Wait, we could survey the citizens. Yes, that's a fabulous idea, if I do say so myself. Listen, darling, you and I will ask around for people's impressions of Little Ladies' Day, and then rendezvous at ffXIV's. Savvy? Ta-ta for now. Seasonal event. Well, I guess we're gonna just go around and talk to people. The people. Can't I just go on stage like this? Alright. What comes to mind when I think of Little Ladies' Day? I suppose this isn't exactly about the day itself, but it makes me think of the peach blossoms that always bloom this time of year. Whenever I see those flowers, I know the seasons come around once more. Yes, and there's something so soothing about their coloration. I can't help but smile when I lay my hands on those pretty pink petals. Right, there's somebody else around here. Somewhere? Oh, there. There you are! Well, Dar really comes alive this time of year. Why, just look at the decorations strung up around town. And no one would dare miss the Songbird's annual show. The entire city turns out to hear them sing. No other festival compares to the Little Ladies' Day celebration. Not for me, at least. I don't know if that answers your question, but I hope it helps. Right, now we have at the steps of Thal. Let's go over to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. My favorite place to go. Water. The source of our life. Alright. Hello. I've always dreamt of strolling through the streets. Are you? Yeah, okay. On Little Ladies' Day, wearing the most gorgeous gown. The most gorgeous gown I can find. Like a proper princess, you know? Unfortunately, I don't have proper princess money, and that sort of dress usually costs a small fortune. No choice but to keep dreaming, I suppose. My memories of Little Lady's Day are somewhat bittersweet, you see. There was a lass I once fancied. All I wanted was to dote upon her like the royal seneschal would. I would have done anything to catch her eye. While I did catch her eye, she didn't exactly like what she saw. No seneschal would be caught dead wearing that revealing subligar. I guess acting like a royal seneschal isn't good enough unless you look like one too. It's Maribel. Let's go to the goldsmith. The goldsmiths. Right, this way. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, where you do quests for glamour. Hello. Well, how did you fare, darling? Glean anything insightful? I see. That more or less aligns with what I heard as well. So many folks had their dreams of fashion grandeur dashed by oppressively expensive pricing. Not a new tale by any stretch, but a troubling one nonetheless. In that case, what if I were to put together an ensemble that's as alluring as it is affordable? Surely that would resonate with the audience. Yes, I do believe this will work, darling. Just allow me to take some visual measurements first. I'll need a few yards of this, a spool of that. Alright, I'm ready I'm ready to set to work. You just sit tight while I go ensemble the ensemble. Ta-ta for now. Assemble the ensemble. Ta-ta for now, darling. Oh, I have to wait. Waiting. 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 I'm back, darling. At last, our costume is complete, not a single stitch out of place. Now all that's left is to win that walk-off. How are you feeling? Surely an experienced adventurer of your caliber doesn't get nervous in situations such as these. Wait, who's gonna walk? Don't be daft, darling. You'll be walking. Oh, gods. This whole time I thought we had a mutual understanding that you would be my muse. But look at your face. But the look on your face tells me you hadn't the slightest idea. Seems my excitement got the better of me once again. The trouble is this costume is couture, darling. Tailor-made for your beautiful body. I hate to ask this of you at the last minute, but would you mind modeling my work in the walk-off? I would be honored. Oh, bless you, darling. I simply can't thank you enough, primarily because there's no time. I'll help you slip into your costume backstage, so just meet me at the venue, and we'll go from there. Savvy? See you at the step of Null, and don't dally. Ta-ta for now, darling. Darling. Bruno. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I guess I'll go to the Adventurers Guild. Let's see how this is gonna unfold. I've never done any of these quests, so this is gonna be interesting. Let's see. There you are, darling. Your time to shine is finally here. Are you ready to strut your stuff? Oh, by the way, I prepared 2 ensembles for you. One inspired by the Seneschal, and another inspired by the Princess. Either should fit you just fine. But do you have a preference? Yeah, I think the Princess one. Fabulous, I'll apply a few finishing touches then. You just get ready to command the stage, darling. I bid you welcome and thank you all for attending our little Ladies' Day celebration. Before we commence with today's walk-off, pray permit me to introduce the members of our esteemed judging panel. First, we have the host of the Gold Saucers Fashion Report, the style-savvy superstar with a discerning eye and a thorny tongue, the Masked Rose. Next, we have the headmistress of the Goldsmiths Guild, the unrivaled artisan of exceptional accessories, Serendipity. And lastly, as a resident master of ceremonies, yours truly shall round out to the panel. The winners of today's walk-off shall be awarded with this resplendent crown. Enticing, no? Now then, without further ado, let us welcome our first pair of contestants. You look positively fabulous, darling. Oh, Maribel, you've done it again. It sounds like we're up next. This is it. Next, we have our 8th pair of contestants. Lynn modeling an ensemble designed by Maribel. Are you ready, Lynn? If so, then step forth onto the stage. Oh, that's quite the unconventional combination. Color me impressed. Me too, it's such an inspired take on the theme. I would like to thank you all for participating in today's walk-off. Each ensemble was a visual delight, which made this competition a joy to behold, but a challenge to score a fine problem to have, I should say. After much deliberation, we have settled on a winning pair. First prize in this year's Ladies' Day walk-off goes to... Entry number 8, Maribel and Lynn. Congratulations to you both. Please step right up. Or right this way, whatever. This music is amazing. We've witnessed many elegant ensembles today, but Maribel was not lost among them. The panel was particularly impressed with the materials used. Appropriately gorgeous, yet surprisingly affordable. If you don't mind, Maribel, pray permit me to ask how it feels to emerge victorious today. Oh, it feels unreal. I can barely believe it. Look at that, the poor girl is completely overcome with joy. And what about you, Lynn? How do you feel? Maribel's hard work paid off. Indeed, your ensemble was worthy of not only approbation, but the grand prize as well. My sincerest congratulations to you both. Now, before we bring the contest to a close, I have one more announcement. This stage will remain in place for the duration of the Little Ladies' Day celebration. Those who are unable to participate in today's competition are free to ascend the stage at their leisure and walk to their heart's content. Now then, let us conclude by giving one more round of applause to our first place fashionistas, Maribel and Lynn. We did it, darling. We really did it. Part of me honestly believed my losing streak would never end, but you helped me prove myself wrong. I couldn't have done it without you as my muse. I simply can't thank you enough, darling. And I must thank you for the splendid showing. Congratulations once again, you two. As promised, I now present you with our prize. Or with your prize, whatever. And with that, I shall take my leave. Here I still thought I might be dreaming. But then I look upon this crown before me. The reality of our victory is finally setting in. And while I may still be an artisan's apprentice, today's success has rekindled my burning desire to someday launch a brand of my own. So remember my name, darling. Oh, and speaking of style, you heard the Royal Seneschal say that the stage would remain open for the duration of the festival, yes? Well, it sounds as though the Masked Rose will be holding a special fashion check for all those interested. You've already proven yourself a more than capable model, so why not try envisioning an ensemble for someone else this time? And don't worry, I'd be more than happy to lend you my expertise should you require any styling assistance. So we get ourselves a little lady's crown. Cool. Walk the walk. And now we can continue this to get these confetti things. But I don't really care too much about that. Did I get that? Did I get an achievement for that? No. Well, I got an achievement. Do I get an achievement for that, huh? No. Do I get a title for that? Where's my real question? Not your chips. Let me go and put this in my glamour chest. I think it's called. I cannot remember. Glamour dresser. Right. Little lady's crown. Oh, it can be stored in the armoire. Ooh, even better. Right. Store an item. There we go. We go and edit my glamour. Seasonal gear. Little lady's crown. Well, sure. I guess I'll go and run around with this for a bit. That's the wrong button. That is definitely the wrong button. Right. There we go. So now we have something on our head. Alright. Over to the Black Shroud we go. I think I'll meet you guys... wait, where do we need to go in the Black Shroud? We need to go... Actually, just over to New Gridania. I'll meet you guys when I'm at the spot. Okay. We apparently needed to go to the Adder's Nest. Hello. Nice camera angle. Commander Forsay Hua, I think, has been waiting to aid the Science. Hail, adventure. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. You seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me your quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. Little Bear told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Ah, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelves at home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable? Is that a word? Yes. Bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seeds here, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and it is precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the Primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where your science come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brother. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear a little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas and get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalima. Right. West Shore Pier. Whoopsie. I can get there from the Lancer Guild. Alright. I totally forgot that this pier even existed. Why? Because I don't use transportation. I use the teleportation. Aye, the ferry dock at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the east shroud. Once you're ashore, head to east and you should find the Hawthorn hut without much trouble. Sweet Bloom Pier. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes a hell of a lot of sense. What am I doing? I have a mount. Oh my god. How the times change. How the times change indeed. I wish I could last longer with making videos, but I've noticed that my ability to speak has been... like, the amount of speaking that I can do has been drastically lowered. I would say, which is a little bit annoying, but oh well. Not much I can do about it, really. Alright. Hello. Indeed, I'm Elaine of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? You're also uncomfortably close, my lady. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earned their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. But... hello, Rolf. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friends. My memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all cluttered in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. The Sylphs, yes, father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found more captivating is how... are you... yes. is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. We do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles and chocobo scratches. Hehe. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuff on a Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Somebody told me. There we go. The Sylphs. Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing horrible faces on our masks, the next they're sending for our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf, god dang it, claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing their stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a good toe tapping. Like a little toe tapping. Sylph told me long ago that dancing... that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help you with win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along a threat. What was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the cone. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Let's go and get my chocobo. Oh, chocobo. Oh, darling. I still have to sell all of these axes in my inventory. My dog is barking again sometimes. Hello. Peace offering for the Sylphs. Well, were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past our front doorstep here. No, their tastes are more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of those fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. I've been wondering, actually. Let's see. No, we still got the 60 FPS. It just doesn't look like 60 FPS on my screen. But this screen is horrendous. Right, amber syrup. Oh my god, it's an O2! I pressed R instead of E. I'm sorry, instead of 4. What? Okay, well that's it. That was a misclick and a half. And thus I used to Rampart by accident. Now I have to wait a minute for it to I cannot speak anymore. To reset. There we go. Hello. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkwood, but of course. Those sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do, a flagon of meat. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milkwood will have the Sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. And let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. The Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morbol that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know that they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parlay be a fruitful one, friends, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower meat with your name on it. If you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friends, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Comuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. I've something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the Elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alright. Off we go to Little Solace. Let me go and get my chocobo. It's a bloody giant gnat. Once again, if you're 11 levels higher than an enemy, they will not aggro on you. By the way. Hello. Walking one is not familiar with this one. This one does not trust strange ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. / dance. As I proceed to be unable to type. This one would welcome walking one moves like that, well, like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick time. Walking one would bring gift to this one. Walking one most kind. Walking one brings milkroot. Milkroot feels this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there, we're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we've come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one became a dancing one and brought milkwood, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say, but the Sylphs of the Solas have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Lynn here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seateer herself. Still you refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One's waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Lynn's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. And then we get some of these potions that you can use on enemies to inflict them with a debuff, but they're not worth it. Right. Say, Lynn, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow! Those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Not a fan of dancing, huh? Dance. Oh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Dance. Such a weird dance, in my opinion, but whatever. Dancing is a thing, which I never do. Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious elder one of Forest City. Knows how to dance these ones' hearts. Dance to these ones' hearts? I have no idea. Wait, what did you say? Dance into these hearts, okay. Lynn, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onwards to our next adventure. Lynn, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hera Emilia of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventure with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least of all stouts of the faintest. Consequently, beasts from realms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz, Gorlins, and Galnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you should gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, but and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Conversing. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost in him. My own experience speaks to him. Right. Time to kill some fools. Oh, I just noticed something. There we go. So I did press the correct key. I just didn't put the... yeah. I just didn't reconfigure my hotbar properly last time that I played. Because since I became a warrior, I had to, like, reconfigure my entire hotbar. Now everything should make sense. So I did press number 4 and not R. Good to know that I at least still know where my buttons are. Well, kind of. I wish I knew them better, but I feel like that's gonna... Unless if I always play this game on my desktop, I will never get used to my desktop keyboard and mouse. Which is gonna be interesting, but whatever. We'll just see how it goes. I was about to press another button, which I do not have quite yet. Right. Banana. I feel like it's gonna rain in a moment. IRL, by the way. It's suddenly becoming very dark. Darkness. How's my gear looking actually? Fine. Alright. Hello. Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Brownie bush. Dancing one brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing one kills bitey buzzy ones. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing one is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these ones abode, but few are friendly like Dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing one after all. This one asks Dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles, since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing one. This one would ask Dancing one for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from the Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger. This one begs of Dancing one to help this one know more. Dancing one is friends with these ones and walking ones, yes. Dancing one must speak with these ones here and walking ones in hut house and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing one. This one depends on the kindness of Dancing one. That's a lot of ones you made me say there. Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Let's... Gotta gather myself some information. Shush, shush, this one says. Still walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. I'm gonna walk there. I'm not gonna spend 100 gil. Although I will say my amount of money has been pretty dang decent, and I'm also getting a lot more from my quest, so I can technically start teleporting around, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. If I can save up on money by just going, by using the... My god. By using the airport, by using the flying things, the airships, there we go. Then I will probably do that though. Right. Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. You ever seen a guardian before? They don't really wear normal gear. They wear very outlandish gear. Victor. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say. Imperial soldiers, no doubt. Couldn't tell you what they were plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Back to Kamuxio. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes and go walking deep into the trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty no good things. This one knows for as well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark. Right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Now, I've been wondering something actually. If I go over to these over here. Let's see, because this is the maximum that I can get of that. Because weren't there other things that I could do? Oh yeah, these are the FPS things. If I put it on none, let's see, and the FPS starts fluctuating more, I think, which makes a lot of sense. I'm going to apply that back to 60, and then yeah, resolution is fine. Okay. The thing is, there's just something different about this. If I look at my laptop right now, I have a better quality than on this screen. It's crazy. Also, what am I doing? I need to go this way. It's really weird. I find it really weird. But I think it definitely has something to do with the monitor. I've been thinking about getting a new monitor. I'm gonna do some research to see if I can get a new one. Because this one is really bad. Hello. I want to kill you, or at least be able to see what you're doing. Because those guys tend to cast Paralyze, which is really annoying. The enemy is dead. I killed them. Just talking about Shaft. Nice achievement name. Just talking about Shaft. Yes. Dancing One is back. This one breathed sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something. Dancing One found papers inside of box. This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside box. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do Steel Walking Ones know to find them? Is there sneaky one behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to Steel Walking Ones? This one fears for this one's home. But Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Must promise to... Sure. Right, my friends, that, however, is going to conclude this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're going to go and continue helping out the Sylphs. Goodbye.